All right, guys, let's do a little brain-numbing Ariana Grande content. So I heard Ariana cheated on her boyfriend or something, or she got a guy, she hooked up with a guy that had a wife and a kid, and everybody's blaming Ariana like disproportionately. I think, me personally, I'm thinking like most of the blame goes on the guy that was married with a kid, and less goes on to Ariana Grande. You know, especially since she did have a whole song about breaking up with your boyfriend. She clearly likes doing this kind of stuff. But you know what? Let's see what the details are. Let's get this. I'm gonna die again. I don't even know what's going on here.
Ariana Grande is still making headlines, and things are only getting worse for her as more and more information is coming out about her relationship with Ethan Slater. She's been getting called a homewrecker. More photos are coming out prior to people finding.
Bro, if it was a dude, we'd probably be clapping though, right? I'm just saying, if it was a guy who was a millionaire and he was banging him out, we would be like, "Oh man, he's such a cool guy." You know, he's such a cool guy. I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like there's a more visceral reaction against her because she's a woman, and that's just what it feels like. I mean, I say get it in. You know what I mean? Like just into like I'm doing right now. Get it in, baby.
Finding out
but you should do it, bud.
Publicly, and it's just beginning to get messy, you guys. I did make a video breaking down this whole situation between Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande just a couple of days ago, but I'm going to recap this whole situation as Ethan Slater's wife has gotten involved as well, and she's reportedly calling out Ariana Grande as well as her soon-to-be ex-husband. Ethan was Lily.
Why call out Ariana? Like, I just feel like it's your husband is the weak man that decided to cheat. Like, why call out the husband? She's weird because she has a history of it. Okay, that might be weird, but like, he's the one who did it. He's the one that made a commitment to his wife. Ariana didn't make a commitment to his wife. And I've seen people like, well, but you don't understand the power dynamic. Who? Bro, there's power dynamics everywhere. That doesn't mean that because there's an existence of a power dynamic, that means that like somehow he magically gets off the hook. He decided to be a weak man and cheat on his wife. And like, whatever. I don't think he's the worst guy in the world. I just... Like, why are we giving him such a pass? Thank you so much for the membership, brother. Why? It feels like he's getting so much more of a pass than Ariana Grande.
Jay's high school sweetheart. They were married for 10 years and they now have a baby together. Lily actually just got pregnant around 8 months ago with her first baby. So to see all of this breaking right in front of her eyes and to see her life being shambled publicly on the media is just a lot on Lily's plate right now. And she's deciding to speak out about this.
Well, yeah, but you guys are kind of doing it, no? Like you guys are part. Well, we're all part of it. We're all talking about it. Yeah.
To multiple media outlets.
What up,
so to break down this whole situation and how Ariana got to where she is at now, let's go down the timeline of events.
Somebody said, but men can't control themselves. I know you're trolling, but like I feel like that's what it is. It's usually seen as more acceptable for a man to cheat because men tend to have higher, like, you know, sexual proclivities or whatever. And so I think that because men are more likely to do it, and I understand men seem to have a different relationship with sex than women, right? But I don't think that should make what he did better. We can acknowledge that maybe men have different urges without like forgiving. It's like, well, he's a guy, he should be like, it's like he should be like, no, he's the asshole, he's got a kid. And you know what, they were high school sweethearts. He probably didn't love her. I'm not trying to be rude, but I mean, I think it's very difficult for somebody to fall in love with their high school sweetheart and stay together forever and actually love that person. I'm not trying to be rude, I could just be wrong about that, but I mean, clearly there's something to it. You know, something to it.
It's because Ariana was married to Dalton Gomez back in 2021. Teen Vogue really summarizes the timeline of events to the T, so let's get into it. Bringing it back to August of 2021, where Ariana gave her fans a rare glimpse into her married life. She introduced her husband Dalton Gomez to her social media followers while sharing photos of their wedding, and the relationship was private on social media mostly after that. Though Ariana did occasionally post photos of her and Dalton together online, for the most part, their relationship was off of social media. During around April of 2022 was when Ariana Grande started working on her film called Wicked.
What? She's an interesting taste in men.
Ethan, who is Lily J's husband, was also on set working.
She's not a girl's girl, and that is what's being called out on. What do you mean by that? What do you mean she's not a girl's girl?
With this film.
It's just that she's more famous. I mean, maybe that's what it is. But I feel like if a famous guy did the same thing, we wouldn't be as like, we wouldn't be farting as hard. I feel like if a dude did the same thing, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. Maybe I'm wrong. I I get that she's famous, but like, why does that matter? Like, I understand that power dynamics exist, but the existence of a power dynamic doesn't make it abusive. Just because she's rich and famous doesn't mean that she, like, that is a guy who fucks her. Doesn't mean that like you're off the hook because, oh, she's rich and she's famous. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, that just seems like justifying the behavior to an extent. That's how I interpret it, at least. So I don't know, man. Oh, dude, there's no way I lose this fucking fight.
Film with Ariana Grande. In August of 2022, Ethan and Lily welcomed their first baby. Now, here's where things start to get questionable. In July 17th of 2023, Ariana Grande announced that she and Dalton had separated. People noticed she was
friendly with the wife and hung out with them as a couple. Yeah, they're both shit.
Wasn't wearing her wedding ring anymore in multiple different occasions and photos, and this was definitely giving signs. After Grande was seen without her wedding ring at Wimbledon 2023, rumors of a split between the pop star and Gomez began to fly. Soon enough, TMZ reported that the couple had been separated since January. The outlet also reported that the couple had attempted a reconciliation but ultimately decided to go their separate ways. And in July 20, just about a week ago, Ariana was seen deleting her wedding photos from her
because she like held their baby and told the wife she wants to have a family of her own, so the wife feels as if she stole her family. Okay. But the guy, I know people are criticizing him, but people are going much harder on her than him. I watched a whole TikTok of a girl. It's like she abused her power dynamic. She's of this, she's of that. Almost insinuating she's like a predator. It was weird, you know. But not to be rude, he's the one with the kid. He's the one with the family. You know. She's the one with the he's the one with the kid and the family. You know what I mean? Like, am I crazy? I feel like he should be more at fault, right?
Her Instagram page. This definitely just confirmed it for everyone on social media. Shortly after the news broke of their separation, Ariana quietly wiped her Instagram of any trace of Gomez, including their wedding photos, save one photo carousel in which he appears. And in July of when the rumors of Ariana and Ethan dating came to be about. Days after Ariana's split became public, rumors began to circulate that she was dating her Wicked co-star Ethan Slater, whom she met on set. TMZ
Oh, so he was on Wicked, that's how they met. Okay.
He was first to report the news and shared that Slater was also separated from his wife, Lily J. She and Ethan...
I feel like you're more likely to excuse the behavior of someone you love. Yeah, maybe. I get what you're saying. The wife might be more angry at Ariana. But then that's almost like a problem. Like, listen, bro. I talked about this a little bit on my podcast yesterday with my wife on the Rob and Dan channel. The link will be in the description. And we did a segment where we talked about Barbie. And, like, we got into the conversation. It was fundamentally about how, like, women see... Like, where... like a cheating situation will happen. I think it was in that segment. And then the girl will be more mad at the other girl and try to fight them instead of the guy. I just feel like it's weird. You know, maybe I'm too woke here, but it seems a little almost sexist. Because I feel like it is more acceptable for men to cheat. Considered more, it shouldn't be more acceptable, but it seems to be more acceptable for men to cheat. And I feel like some of that energy, whether we know it or not, is like present here. Right? And so maybe part of this is that, like, we kind of, like, again, she deserves criticism, of course. But I feel like this guy is the real asshole, you know?
Recently began dating, and he is separated from his wife. An additional source told TMZ that Ari and Ethan are just trying to lay low and be respectful of their exes as they pursue this new relationship. And in July 26, Ethan Slater reportedly filed for divorce from his wife.
I don't know. There's something about theater guys. I thought that they were, you know, they're doing they're a little light in the loafers. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm surprised. I guess I don't know.
As numerous articles had reported. Now, it's one thing if Ariana and Ethan started dating or getting to know each other after their divorces. It seems like that wasn't the case, and this is exactly why people are calling Ariana a homewrecker all over social media. They're also bringing up the whole incident that happened with her, Naya, and Big Sean.
Bro, relax. It's not about sexism. Oh my God, Papa God. It's about her doing it a few times. Relax. Relax, okay? All right? Maybe it's not about sexism. Maybe it's not. But I think it's an interesting point to make that women tend to get more shit for cheating than men. And that could be applicable here. Okay? Just saying. It's something to think about. It's just something to think about. Okay?
and comparing this situation to that, saying that even in that situation, Ariana seemed to be the homewrecker. Back in 2014, when Naya and Big Sean were together,
Big Sean
Rivera said this in her memoir, shading Ariana Grande. She talked about her relationship with Big Sean at the time, saying, "We've been fighting for 5 straight days while he was traveling, and then on the one day he was back in LA, he said he didn't want to see me. Well, a-hole, I've got a key to your house. I walk in, go downstairs, and guess what little girl is sitting cross-legged on the couch listening to music? It rhymes with Shmariana Shmonde."
Whoa, what is that? Bariana Bande? Is that who she's talking about? Holy moly.
It seems like things have only gotten worse, as now Page 6 has reported that Ariana Grande was seen hanging out with Ethan Slater in private for her 30th birthday party, and this was back in June.
Okay, so are we saying that like she was cheating with Big Sean, or just that they happened to be hanging out together in a far too flirtatious manner? Because that seems a little almost vague. I should have. Oh, that seems almost vague to me, but I could be wrong.
So, weeks before all the news of their relationship had broke out on the media, Daily Mail was able to obtain this photo of Ariana and Ethan together at what seems to be a farmhouse where they were celebrating Ariana's 30th birthday. Page 6 reported on this, saying Ariana Grande—
Wow, she's 30? I'm 33. I thought she was so much younger. Jesus, that's weird.
They reportedly hung out with Ethan Slater's now estranged wife, Lily J, and newborn son just months before her romance with her Wicked co-star was revealed. A source told the Daily Mail that the Thank You Next singer was so charmed by Slater and Jay's baby that she even told those around her that she wanted a baby of her own one day. Because of all of this—
Okay, well that's— Oh, are people saying because— Wait, hold on. I'm just really curious. Are people saying that because she said she wanted a baby one day, that means that she was trying to steal Ethan's baby? Because if you have that interpretation, I think that's silly. That she because first of all, a lot of people— I don't know if you guys knew this. A lot of people, especially women, they want to have babies. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this concept before. It's very new. It's so it might have just been two almost irrelevant points together. Like, yeah, she wanted a baby one day, and then she happened to cheat with this guy. You know, I don't think she wanted to steal her baby, but...
And because of a lot of people calling Ariana a homewrecker now because of this whole situation, people are also bringing up Ariana's past relationships, claiming that she was in the fault and always the one that seemed to be a homewrecker in almost every relationship she got involved in.
You know how the saying goes, the blame goes on the person that was in the relationship. But it's the fact that that's how all of Ariana's relationships began. Allegedly, Ariana Grande got with Mac Miller when he was—
It sounds like there's a lot of weak men then. And if it's allegedly, I don't necessarily care about the allegations like that aren't confirmed, but okay.
With Nomi, and she did confirm that he cheated, but did not name Ariana Grande. We all know about Naya Rivera. Naya was pretty obvious when she stated, "Come on, people, I'm not going to tell you, but you can guess because it's not that hard. It rhymes with Smariana Shmonde." She allegedly did the same with Pete Davidson. He was in a relationship with Cassie David for 2 years. They go on a break, and then 2 days later, she decides to let him know.
Well, if they went on a break, are they saying that they started dating before the break?
"I want to get back with you," only to be blindsided by the fact that he was already in a relationship with Ariana Grande.
Okay, well, they were on a break. So, okay, they broke up. I mean, listen, not for nothing. I think a break is basically a breakup. I mean, let's not pretend.
Ariana Grande then gets in a relationship with Dalton. She gets married, and his ex posted, "When you see your ex with the person they told you not to worry about." And it's the fact that Ethan was posting about his wife on Instagram, and Ariana liked it. And literally 2 months ago, he posted Happy Mother's Day to his wife, and Ariana liked it. So while I do it—
Well, they seem to all be kind of friends. Which makes sense that, yeah. I mean, maybe she is a bit of a homewrecker. I don't know. I guess maybe it's because I'm a guy. There's probably not a whole lot of guys weighing in on the situation. As a man, I feel like he's more, maybe I'm just, because I'm a man, I feel like he's more at fault. I just think that's weak. I think it's just weak to do that, you know? And I want to be clear, if somebody cheats, I think you can come back from it, right? If you are very loyal and you listen to everything that your partner says, and it's going to be a lot of relationship and trust building, and I do understand that. But at the end of the day, you know, a person that is in the relationship has higher blame. These are all individuals with their own agency and individuality and ability to make decisions, and they happen to make the wrong decision. You know, yeah, that's how I see it more than anything else. Well,
agree that these men were in a relationship and they are to blame. It pains me to say that Ariana Grande is also the problem.
Apparently, Ethan has reportedly been wanting to make a statement regarding his divorce with Lily and wanting to announce that they'd be co-parenting, but apparently Lily is not here for that, and reports are saying that she actually wants to postpone of that for now.
Well, if Lily... Okay, so first of all, that's very vague. She might just not be in the headspace to be able to have a conversation about, like, co-parenting. Second of all, if she's not going to co-parent, then she's a bad mother. The reality is like, you shouldn't be restricting, if he's not a bad guy, you don't have to be a good husband to be a good father, right? And that's a big thing I think that people need to hear about nowadays, especially. So, he should have access unless he's abusive in some capacity, which I very highly doubt it. I mean, based on what we know, it would be a crazy assertion to make. So...
Lee is probably going through a lot right now, especially as all this is being unfolded publicly. Millions of people have their eyes on the situation, and it must be a handful for her to deal with. But I definitely want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. It's interesting that Ariana hasn't spoken out or anything, because this has been hitting the headlines to the point where Ariana's image seems to be damaged at this point. And I mean, Ariana is the type you wouldn't really think her reputation...
Probably not. I don't think anybody's actually going to care too much moving forward. They're probably just gonna be like, oh, buzz, 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 and they're not really gonna like internalize it or care too much. But
would be slammed in any way, because she just looks so innocent and pure. But now things have definitely taken a turn. I definitely want to know what you guys think about the situation in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.
Oh, slapped him! Come here, pussy. Fight him. Get him, you're a tank. Why wouldn't you go for this guy right here, you fucking moron? Oh my god. Alright, interesting.